Recording is in progress. Well, that's the sign and cue to get going on this beautiful Froggy Friday. Good morning, good evening, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Today is Friday, September 13th. I don't know if you guys have any superstitions about Friday, September 13th or 13th, but today is a beautiful day because I know that we are together and life is happening and we are hanging out. We have a beautiful morning planned for everybody, morning, evening. Today, we have our very own ministerial students, Christine, Wilkister, and Paul, who are going to share the talk today, The Perfection of a Vision. But before we begin, I want to tell you there's a lot going on. I'm going to say it at the beginning and at the end. We have a discovery class tomorrow. Discovery starts. So if you have family, friends, neighbors who are curious about why your life is so different and how you're flourishing and how you're growing and evolving, bring them to that class. It's 7 p.m. Kenyan time, 9 a.m. Pacific time. Myself, along with Reverend Pat, Michelle, Reverend Claire, we're going to be leading it. And our ministerial students, Wilkister, Paul, and Christine, will all be joining us because they're learning how to be teacher assistants and what's involved in teaching classes. So that's tomorrow at Discovery. Listen, I want to let you know Reverend Gwen sends her love. She is healing. Life is happening for her. It's a slow, slow process as her bones mend together with love. So continue to see her in the highest of high. She is surrounded by a beautiful medical team. She sends her love and she's sending such grace and gratitude for the space that we're giving her to heal in this beautiful journey of her physical healing. And she will be back very soon. And her and I are planning on when we're next coming to Kenya, just so you know. Things are percolating and happening. Let's do it as we do all things. We lay that spiritual foundation. We do that by opening up with a treatment, and then we are going to go into our meditation, and then we're going to start our day. So we have Christopher opening. We have Karen going into our meditation, and then we'll be doing our singing. Go ahead, Christopher. Start us off, my friend.
Join me as I go to the place within where I know, and I know that there is only one power, one love, one life, one grace, and one infinite eternal presence. It is the presence. It is the presence that creates, that nourishes and sustains all forms of life in the entire universe, the visible and the invisible. It is the presence of perfection, of love, of joy, of harmony, of balance, and of poise. And I know that I'm one with this infinite presence of love, of life, because it is one with my every breath. It is one with my every thought. It is one with my every movement, because where I stand right here, right now, God is. And I know this is true for each and everyone who is here, who is in this meeting. I know it is true. And I know that to be the truth of our existence. That is the truth of our being for each and everyone who is here. And so right here, right now, I know peace and ease for everyone who is gathered here, who is present with us in this meeting. I know peace and ease as we gather, as we sit, as we wait and expect, as we open up to receive the divine wisdom from the infinite intelligence. I know that there is expanded consciousness, expanded awareness. I know that we are all rising to our Christ nature, to our Christ consciousness, as we receive the wisdom from above, from the divine. I know that There is power in each and every one of us as we listen, as we share, as we open our hearts and our minds to receive, and that we receive power to enable us to face each and every circumstance and to change our situations, our circumstances for the better. I know there is perfection of the gadgets that we are using to connect, to share, to receive. I know perfection of the internet. I know perfection of our phones and laptops and each and every gadget, every form of technology that is enabling this meeting to take place. I know that love is flowing through each and every one of us. And I know only oneness as we are gathered here. I know our spirit flows in, through, and each and every one of us. There is only one of us here. And I know that everything is good and perfect. I let go, and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you.
And we
Lead us
breathe
into that
this
meditation.
moment, knowing that it's perfect. For Christopher has already stated, claimed, and embodied the perfection, the vision, and those of us here, and those of us who are invited, those on the way, right here and right now, can be filled with a sense of celebration. For it is in celebration that we've gathered together to honor our ministerial students, to acknowledge our process in supporting them, and allowing and accepting that sense of celebration for us with every breath, right here and right now. Recognize celebration, for we're celebrating that each and every one is a face of God. And this is the truth upon which we stand. As you take your breath, settle in and acknowledge this perfection for yourself. And take another deep breath right here and right now, knowing that we open ourselves to the perfect message that these students bring to us as they have opened their minds and their hearts to the very vision that God has for their lives. And we share it together. And we breathe into this daily stepping into our lives, acknowledging that we are right here, right now on sacred ground. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, both of you, for beautiful treatment and reflection opportunity. Take a breath. Take a breath. Let's come in. Just look around the room, the Zoom room with you. I want to recognize we have Reverend Catherine Cardinal in the house today. She is such a vibrant, important role of all of us. She is the main teacher for our ministerial students, and she's come here today to support them as well. I'm so happy to see all of us. Now, I like to do a certain something when we come together, and you guys know what that is. We like to sing. So unplug, unmute, and let's do it. Let's get it on. We are one people, one strong heartbeat, just one spirit shining bright within us all. We are a part of one another. We're born to love each other. When it's all said and done, we are one. Go, we are one people. Woo! One strong heartbeat, just one spirit shining bright within us all. We are a part of one another, born to love each other. When it's all said and done, we are one. Take it up. We are one people, one strong heartbeat, just one spirit shining bright within us all. We are a part of one another, born to love each other. When it's all said and done, we are one. Let me see those spirit fingers. When it's all said and done, we are one. Yes, yes. Oh, we are grounded. We are ready. We have buckled up our spiritual seatbelts. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my joy, my honor, my pleasure to introduce to you Paul, Wilkister, Christine, our ministerial students, your future ministers.
Good evening. Good evening, our Center for Spiritual Living Kenya, our members. I say good evening from Kenya. Good morning from where you are. Welcome to today, Froggy Friday. And my name is Christine, and I'm a ministerial student. And today I'm going to talk shortly about visioning of a perfect life. Visioning of a perfect life. So I'm going to use this scripture where it says that where there is no vision, the people perish. And this scripture comes from the book of Proverbs 29:18 in the Bible. And it highlights the importance of having a clear guidance and purpose and leadership. And without vision or direction, individual or community can lose their way, leading to confusion and stagnation and even failure. Vision brings focus and motivation. Each one of us has a vision for our lives. And as a center, our ministers, our students and practitioners, we have a vision to serve in this journey. So what is your vision? Our vision is how we view life, how we view our world, because how I view life, it may be different from how someone else view the world. It is an important growth in our, and it is an expansion in our consciousness when we consciously decide what vision we choose for this life experience. So what do you want to choose? What do you want to experience in this life, in this journey? As a student at the Center for Spiritual Living, as a practitioner, what is your vision? As students, ministerial student, what is our vision? What do we want to see the center going to? What is our guiding vision? It is an important growth in our expansion when we have a vision, because it directs us in the direction that we want to go to. God does not care. The Lord does not care, for it will produce for us any vision we hold in our mind. What are we holding in our mind? We can ask ourselves, what is my guiding light? What is my vision? What ideas shall I choose to expect and experience the here and now? The law is continuously responsible to our direction. What direction am I giving the law? The law fulfills our vision. Happy is he that is aware that there is law that responds to us. And since the law, everyone can use it. It doesn't care. Like if you choose to light your computer, to put on the light, the electricity does not care if it is taking the electricity to the fridge, if it is giving you light, it doesn't care, because it is here to serve us. The greatest teacher have told us that the law responds to us through our beliefs. What are our beliefs? And for those who have joined the Center for Spiritual Living, we have gone through classes, and these classes were to shape us into the perfect vision that we want to be, because we had to come out of the race consciousness that was holding us, so that we can have the perfect idea, the perfect vision of how we want to serve. Where the mind goes, the energy flows. Where are you giving your energy? Our beliefs, our thoughts, and our feelings. We can change and expand at any moment. There's that time where we pause and we ask ourselves, is this what I really want? Is this the feeling I really want to feel? Because you are in that moment where you feel you are in your lows. You are focusing on things that are not making you move forward to where your vision is. And that is where we can change and ask ourselves. We can expand in that moment. We can ask ourselves, is this the direction I want to take? Is this my life vision? Is this where my vision is taking me? You can pause, and then you can have a clear vision. Maybe our vision is that life is hard, life is not fair, that there is just not enough good for everyone. But the love of God says yes to us. And it shows us example in physical, in our lives, and in the lives of others. The question to ask yourself is this the truth? What kind of God do I believe in? And that is why at the Center for Spiritual Living, we believe in the source of God. We believe in the God within. We come to a place where now we don't believe in a God who is far away, but now we believe in God who is our source. The God who has no favorism, where the law says, yes, your wish is my command. What is your vision? As a practitioner, as a ministerial student, as students at the Center of Spiritual Living, what is our vision? Do I believe that God chooses only few to experience this infinite goodness? No, God is not a God of favorism. We need to do the work. We need to do the work from within. We need to attend classes. Or do I believe that God is all in all, as all that eternally and abundantly provide for itself? So I would like to encourage you, my fellow students, our community. At Center for Spiritual Living Kenya, we want to support you in your new vision. We have practitioners, we have a minister students, and we are here to support you to write your vision, to understand more about the vision. And I welcome you to come to classes, and the practitioner will love to work with you and walk with you through this journey and help you to write your vision and to understand more about visioning. And I'm so happy and I'm so grateful that you are here today. And now I pass this as I hand it over to my fellow student, Minister in Making at Center for Spiritual Living. I welcome you, Wilkister, to take over. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Christine, for the beautiful introduction of our topic today, the perfection of a vision. As most of us know, a vision is a statement, and it's a positive statement of what we want to desire or we wish to desire and attain. So after my fellow minister has taken us through, my question is, how can we attain this vision? And for us to attain the vision that we have, the first thing we need to write it down. When you write it down, it's easy for you, for me, too. Number one, it enables you to remember or to have clarity and focus on your mission statement. Remember something which is written that you can see. It's like a reminder. When you look at for example, the vision board, it reminds you that I wish to have this. So what am I supposed to do? So for clarity and focus, it helps us clearly define what you want to achieve and you plan and how you plan to get it. Number two, the importance of writing the vision down. It's about commitment. Writing it down solidifies your commitment to it. It's something that it's there, that you commit yourself. Once you see it, you know that I'm supposed to act. I'm supposed to do something towards achieving my goals. Number three, it enables you to have an action plan. How are you going to achieve your vision? How are you going to achieve your goal? Also, it enables you to break it down into actionable steps and milestones. For example, your vision was maybe to have a car. What actions are you taking? What steps are you taking to achieve this beautiful car that you want? So number four is about the time frame, as we call measurement. When you have it down, it provides a benchmark against which you can measure your progress and success. You can analyze yourself. Am I making steps forward to achieving my vision? Or am I stagnant? What do I need to change? What do I need to add? And then number five is about effective communication. Or when you have it down, it's a tool for communication. It communicates to you. Once you see it, it sends something to your mind. Under communication, a written vision statement can be shared with others to garner support, align team efforts, and also you can seek advice. For instance, I want to manifest this car. So I have it down. When I shared, for example, with my fellow students, my fellow CSL members, and they say, oh, okay, this is what I'm planning. So they can tell me what, for example, if I had something that they see, it might be in one way blocking me from getting it. They'll tell me, stop it. Reaffirm the statements that you are using. Okay, change the twist, change the style. So that is when you have it written when you share it with your friends. So it enables you to get the support, to get the advice on how you can achieve your vision. And the last one, it's for reflection and growth. When you regularly review your written vision, it helps you reflect on your journey, celebrate your achievements, and make necessary changes as you grow. So it's a kind of summary, and you look at yourself from stage one, where you started from, to the last, to where you are at the moment, and you see your progress. You are not trying to judge yourself, but it's showing you where your strengths were, or where your strengths are, and where you need to grow, or where you need to add more weight. Generally, when you're writing down your vision, the vision transforms abstract ideas into actionable plans, making it more likely achievable. So for me, to you, this is a practice that we have done, and it's an easy one, and I just love it because, number one, it's a reminder. Look at the vision board in your room, look at the vision board in your sacred place. So immediately you see it, it sends a message to your mind, to yourself, like, oh, I need to do this. I need to check on this. So it's good for you when you have this vision to write it down. And then when you write it down, I'm not going to talk about visioning. Visioning is about the practice on how you are going to achieve this. So that is another topic for another day. So you ensure that your thoughts, the mental equivalent, the mental picture that you have is aligned with your desires, with your thoughts. So you cannot say you want a car, at the same time you say, oh, I need a horse. So you need to be specific in the vision. You need to be not really accurate, but you need to be, you have something which is, let me use the word specific. So as we continue, I invite Paul to give us more insights about how can we perfect our vision and the perfect life. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Christine, and thank you everyone for being here. I wish to take this opportunity to share my thoughts and my journey with regard to this aspect of a perfect vision. So when I began this journey of science of mind, my teacher told me, you know, when you learn these things, don't go talking about science of mind to everybody. Always evaluate and know who it is that you're talking to. But anyway, when I got this teaching of science of mind, I was so excited, and I said, I'll tell people about science of mind, even though that's what I was cautioned against. So at one sitting, we were with a group of friends, and we were discussing issues and how the world is unfair, how there is a lot of evil in the world. And I said, me inside myself, I knew, this is not true. And I knew the truth. So I said, I'm going to tell them the truth. I told them, no, the world is perfect. Everything is perfect. I tell you, my friends, that was a very, very serious mistake I made. I almost got stoned to death. They all couldn't swallow it. They got into me and they told me this is a lie, this is just a Western ideology, this is nothing, you know. And I remembered my teacher saying, no, be cautious of who it is that you're sharing with this teaching. And what it made it even more serious is because this was a light sharing, you know, and these people were physically close to me. So I really felt uneasy. Now I'm repeating the same thing, but now I'm feeling very comfortable because you people, you are away. There is nothing you can do to me. So I am sharing the same message that this life is perfect. This is the perfect vision that I have, that life is perfect. The premise that we in science of mind have is that everything is nothing but God in expression. Everything is just God expressing itself. So this being the case, we either say or we either accept that since everything is God in expression and God is perfect, then everything is perfect. Or not everything is God in expression. So that is why some things are not perfect. But our teaching and everything that we have studied and even observed in our lives shows that everything is just God in expression. So everything and life in itself is perfect. This is the perfect vision I want to embrace. And this is the perfect vision I am choosing to share my thoughts on. I read something from one of the sons of mine of us, and he had said that God never seeks perfection because God is the very source of perfection and can never be aware of anything else. So God already is the source of perfection, is perfect, perfection and by excellency. And this, and as I said, I'm just sharing my thoughts, my journey. So these are more of like what I've been asking myself and thinking with regards to this quality of God that we say, or we call perfection. I ask myself, when I evolve, or when our consciousness evolves to the extent that we reach that level of being one with spirit, one with God, will we ever evolve into anything else, or will that be the end? That's something that we need to ponder on. However, we learn and we affirm that God in his or her or its character is ever expanding. It's always expressing more. So that tells me that there is always room for more expression. There is always room for more perfection, if there is anything like that. And this now explains our current status in life and why sometimes we feel that maybe life is not perfect. It's because we are aware that there is more that we can become. There is a lot more that we can grow into. But that growing into does not negate that our current state is perfect. As I said, this is a perfect vision. This is what I choose to see as my vision for life, that life is perfect. So even as we experience whatever circumstances we are in life, we always need to be aware that that particular situation we are in is perfect. It's perfect because that's how God wants to express at that particular time. Even being cognizant of the fact that tomorrow we will express more, tomorrow we will do more. Where we are currently is perfect. And in this thinking of this vision of a perfect vision, I ask myself, if I were to define perfection, then what would that mean? How would I phrase it? And I came to the realization that my personal realization that perfection is nothing but the appropriate, being in the appropriate circumstance at the appropriate time. Therefore, my appropriate time now is not the appropriate time tomorrow. My experience today will not be my experience tomorrow. So I came then to the conclusion that yes, whatever circumstances that I am in, this is the perfect circumstances that I need to be in right here and right now. And this is perfect in itself because this is God in expression. And this is how God chooses to express at this particular time. I have come to appreciate that these teachings of science of mind, they are not very easy to swallow They're not very easy to agree to. So I have devised a way of dealing with them, dealing with these teachings of science of mind. And I wish to share that one of the things I do is I break them into small bits, small bits, so that I can swallow a small one, a small bit, a small bit, a small bit. So if you have a challenge in seeing this world as perfect, in seeing your circumstances and experiences as perfect currently, just look at one aspect of whatever it is that you may be experiencing that is perfect. Because definitely there is something in your life, in whatever circumstance you are in, that could be perfect. And take in that one. Tomorrow you'll be able now to take in a bigger one, slowly, and then the idea and the concept will with time become our vision, become our reality. And we who are in this science of mind, we kind of have no much choice, because we are firm. God is perfect, and we are the perfect expressions of God. Therefore, our lives are perfect. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Wilkister. Thank you, Christine. That was profound and a beautiful perspective of your view on visioning, and for our community too. Really, really nice. Do we have any questions? Are there any thoughts? Unplug, unmute. Let these ministerial students answer some questions for you if you have them. Let them field those questions so that they can get used to responding. You're sideways now, Paul.
I have a question. This is Anastasia, and it goes to Wilkister when she talked about writing down the vision and the action plans. And I know there's a teaching that tells us the how, we shouldn't like focus on the how. I don't know if that is part of science of mind, or it's what I've just come across. Like when you ask, I think maybe from Abraham Hicks, when you ask, believe that it's already given. And
thank you, Anastasia. Wilkister, do you want to answer that question? Or any of your other ministerial colleagues?
Okay, I will answer the question. Yeah. When we have the action plan, for example, let me use an example. You want to manifest a car. So I use that one because I just love it and I want to manifest one. So we don't we cannot run away from how. For my own understanding, for you to get this car, there are those things that you need to put in order. For example, number one, I said you need to be specific. You need to identify the source of the finance, or you must recognize the energy flow that we call it the abundance. Because you cannot wake up and say, I want to manifest the car, and then you sit there and you expect miracles to happen. You must work towards achieving the car. So for me to say the action plan, I mean, you need to, number one, you need to align your thoughts towards getting or attaining this vision. Yep.
Thanks, Wilkister. Can I tag on to that, Anastasia? And anybody else feel like they want to jump in? Ernest Holmes always said, treat and move your feet, which is what Wilkister is saying. There's work for you to do. Once you've put it into mind, there's work for you to do. And then, Anastasia, the last part of our treatment, the fifth step of our treatment, is release. And once we release, we've put it into that mind of God, and we allow in surrender and trust and faith to just watch it unfold and allow it to happen. That's a surface response. And I hope that that helps.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Excellent. Good response, Wilkister. Well done. Any other questions? Well, it appears that you guys have done it all. Okay, so there's a couple of things that as we are sharing our life, I want to let you know that Reverend Pat Davies has a program going on. Pat, do you want to quickly just talk about your mystic path? Quickly, shortly?
Getting myself unmuted, right. Yes, we had a wonderful first class. We've had 20 plus people sign up, and there were 15, I believe, or maybe 16, because a couple of people were having our infamous challenges with getting bumped in and bumped out. But it's a wonderful opportunity to recognize that wisdom within you that we've been already talking about it this morning, that inner wisdom, recognizing how you too are a mystic, how we are all mystics, and all we need to do is the work. We just need to do the work, which we often talk about. There is a lot of reading, as I think Emmanuel was referring to earlier. There's lots of reading to do, but the class is experiential. The class is fun. The class is an opportunity for growth and for learning. So if you still want to join, you could do that by getting in touch with Nancy, and she will make sure that you get the materials. But I can see how this is really going to impact CSL Kenya as we recognize the mystic within.
Thank you, Reverend Pat.
I don't know if that was short, but
it was perfect. It was perfect. And tomorrow, we have discovery class starting 7 p.m. Kenyan time, 9 a.m. Pacific time. Reverend Pat's going to support me. I'm leading it along with Michelle. Reverend Claire is going to pop in. Our ministerial students are going to be there. And in our last class, our practitioners are all going to be there as well. So please share this information to join in and pop in. Even if you've taken Discovery before, as we heard today, there are many layers to the revealing and the evolution of each of us individually. So if you've taken it before, come and do it again and see what comes out for you this time. Michelle, is there something else in terms of announcements that I need to connect with?
We do have the class opening to our life purpose, which Karen and I will be teaching the first Monday in October. And Anastasia, if you come, you'll actually get your answer to your question, because that's what the class is about. Coming to find out what this vision is for our lives and how we shift in consciousness. It's a consciousness class.
I love that. I love it. Thank you, Michelle. Is there anybody out there who needs treatment or a 2-minute miracle, we like to call them? Before we go into our offertory affirmations, if you can just put your hands up so dear Pat or Michelle will set you up into a room. Practitioners, stay with us because we may need you for treatment. It's at this point that I get to express sincere gratitude on behalf of our leadership. We are so deeply, profoundly grateful that you have come here on this Friday morning to share your life with us, to continue to grow our community and to continue to shine your own light from within outward, because it impacts the entire world. We are a global organization, and you are seeing representation from all over the world right here, right now, in just this small Zoom room. What you do by your presence makes an incredible difference. So it's at this time that I want you to know that we run completely off your soul love offerings. That is your financial support. And whether you are in Kenya, you can give information to via M-Pesa to Nancy. And you can, any donation is received and loved and turned right back into you. If you are in North America, you can check us out on cslkenya.org. And there are many ways that you can send money that we will receive and again, put right back into you. So friends, I want every single one of us to unmute. I want you to repeat after me these affirmations. I want you just to put your hand on your heart, and I want you to go to that sacred place where we were at the beginning when Christopher opened us up with treatment, when Karen opened us up with that sacred a meditation moment, reflective, and just know that what you are, who you are, how you do it is vital, important, necessary. So I will repeat, I will state these affirmations, and if you will repeat after me loudly and proudly and claim it. I am filled with the energy of abundance.
I
am
filled
filled with
with
the
the
energy
energy of abundance.
I am willing to share my financial good with my spiritual community.
I am willing to share my
financial
financial good with my spiritual community.
spiritual community.
Beautiful rippling effect of that affirmation when you hear it. It's so powerful. It's so magnificent. Okay, we had a couple of hands up. Are there any questions? Yes,
Barb,
Michelle.
you make Michelle a co-host, please, so that she
Yes.
can set up the rooms. I
Yes.
have to leave in a few minutes, so she has graciously offered to do that.
Yes.
I did see that Kareth had her hand up. Oh, look, and there's Anastasia now too.
Okay, you are now the host, so you're really in charge. Have you had a good morning/evening, everyone? Are you inspired and uplifted? Well, then that means our job is done. Now your job begins. You take that to your family. You take that to your workplace. You take that to your community and into your entire world. You shine your light. You are the light. Be the light. And it's for that moment that I am so deeply, profoundly grateful for that. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. If there's any questions, any thoughts, any comments, we will stay on until everyone signs off. And those of you that are going into a room, go into that room and receive your treatment or give your treatment. And continue to pray for our dear Reverend Gwen Smith, knowing that she is well and whole and those bones are mended. This is my visualization for my sister. Her bones are mended and they are pure and they are whole. Go forth and shine the love and light that you are. Peace and blessings, everyone. I'm grateful for you.
And so Anastasia and Paul, you and Wilkister and Kareth, you have rooms. All right.
I'm going to stop recording.
Benediction. And so as we close this time together, we close in celebration, joy, and connection. Knowing that we have come together today to hear this amazing talk by our ministerial students. Knowing that as they grow and deepen in this understanding and in this love and in willingness to be the presence of God on the planet, our community is enriched in so very many ways. And so we take this talk, this message with us into our lives, knowing that until we come together again in 2 weeks, we are only one. And so it is.
So it is. Thank you, Michelle. If you'll stop recording as well.
So it is.